to do when you change cartridge case sizes, going from, say, these red wheels, which are suited for a 223 family of cases, to, say, the 308 30-06 family of cases. First thing you'll have to do is remove the center screw and washer. Set those aside, and you'll see these individual spacers and the feed wheels. It's very important to make sure that the number and positioning of the feed wheels matches the length of the case that you're planning on annealing. If it doesn't, you'll have problems with the case falling level, landing on the trolley plate, and staying in place. So first thing we want to do is we want to verify that the left-hand guide chute is set to the right width of case, and that will prevent it from jamming. So we loosen that up, give it just a little bit of room, and tighten it back down. And we'll verify that, making sure that case falls all the way through like that, so it's snug and it's not pinched when it comes down lower. Now, the next size up feed wheels are the blue feed wheels for this is a 308 case. They just simply won't fit in the ones for the 223. So I know from experience with a 308 case, you want to put one spacer on the shaft, the first wheel, then you'll want 3 spacers, then the second wheel, then the remaining spacers. There's 4 more. Put those on the end of the shaft, and then we'll put the screw back on. Now, we'll verify that, putting a case or 2 in here. Make sure this case falls level. There, see how it fell level, landed right on that trolley plate and stays in place? That's what you're looking for. If the case is too long or too short, the case will either fall mouth up or mouth down. If the case is too long, what happens is it'll bounce off probably. Might not do it every time, but if you had a longer case, like a 300 Win Mag case, it would come down and fall straight out. It wouldn't stay on the plate. If the case is too short, like these 6 dasher cases, what'll happen is the machine will drop that case, but the case will want to stand straight up and jam the machine. If that's what happens, like that, you need to stop that case immediately. If you let it go, it will strip the gears on the motor. So at this point, you can either slide the trolley back, pull the case out, or sometimes you have to unscrew the screw and pull the feed wheels off to get that case out before it causes any damage. Now, where that case fell and landed butt down and standing straight up jamming the machine, that's easy to correct. It's a matter of rearranging the spacers and the feed wheels. What happens is that case, the center of gravity was too far to the rear, and the feed wheels were not holding the case at the center of gravity. They were holding it farther out, so when it was released, it naturally went heavy end down. If you grab it closer to the center of gravity, when it falls, it just falls level. So at this point, with no spacers on the shaft, we'll put the first wheel on, we'll put 2 spacers, then the second wheel, then all the remaining spacers. And we'll put this back together and try it one more time. And we'll continue rearranging the spacers as needed. until the cases fall out of the machine level. Just like that. Falls level, falls through, falls level, and comes out. So now we know where our spacing is for a 6-dasher and for a 308, and we started off originally with a 223. But every time you change the length of the cartridge case from one size to another, the center of gravity changes. So you need to make sure that these feed wheels are grabbing the case close to the center of gravity so it falls level. If it's too far to the rear, it's going to fall forward. If it's too far to the front, it's going to fall backwards.